Good morning, KMA tribe, friends, family, students, and all. Today, I'm going to talk to you about tending your garden. Really came from a meditation I was having this morning on tending my garden. And of course, um, more than one garden that I have responsibility and accountability over, just like all of you, right? We all have various roles and goals in our life. The garden that I was thinking of this morning was predominantly this place, Krav Maga Martial Arts, my martial arts, my leadership development academy that also happens to teach the most practical self-defense in the world, and that I've been the garden that I have been sowing for 24 years now, and and there were a myriad of thoughts and meditations that led to the lesson, um, but I kind of organized a lesson on it that I want to talk about, so I will get right to that. Number one is that it's our job. What we're called to do is to tend our garden. It's my job to tend my garden. It's your job to tend your garden. That means, my garden is my business, my family, my team that I lead, all the people that I have accountability for, whose leadership I've been charged with. That's my garden, and it's my job to sow and grow, water and nurture that garden. And so the thought was, in two ways. This thought is that sometimes I will get distracted, and I'm sure it happens to you too. I know it probably happens to most people because we live in a world where we're inundated with social media and the other media, and just so many conflicting thoughts and opinions, and so much uh, evidence of what everyone else is doing. And don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with any of that. But it is important we remember that it's our garden that we're responsible for. It's also important to remember, and this one's almost cliche, that if somebody else's lawn is greener, it's because they took care of their lawn, right? And so our job is to take care of our garden. The second thought that I had on the subject was that, you know, 24 years, it seems like a long time. It is a long time. And it's going to have taken me uh, a lifetime to become an overnight success. And that's the case for all of us, right? When you're sowing your garden, it takes time. It's not, we live in a microwave generation. We live in a get it like this generation, but in reality, great things take time. The law of the process, which is one of our black belt leadership principles here at KMMA, but that I learned from John Maxwell so many years ago, is that excellence happens daily, but not in a day. So the other thing about tending our garden is to remember that we have to be patient, and it leads to the third one, because the third one is that look, we don't always win. Sometimes my crops, my flowers, they die, they wither, they don't yield, and sometimes they do, and that's the nature of gardening as well. That and by the way, it's a great analogy for me today because I've never actually gardened a day of my life. If you're talking about with plants or crops or anything like that, but maybe I will. Maybe that's something I should take up here at this phase of life. But I certainly have with people. I certainly have with the business, and I certainly have with uh, my own family and life. And the point is that what we do when something doesn't work out the way that we had hoped, when it withers and dies, the important thing is one, that we don't let it discourage us for too long. We just realize that we have to move on, and we have to learn. If we made some mistakes, if we didn't sow or water or fertilize or otherwise nurture that thing right, then we need to learn from that so we can do better the next time. Sometimes maybe you just need to plant something different, right? Like these are the types of things that we have to pay attention in order to tend to our garden, and in order to produce a great harvest. All right, that's my thoughts for today. I'm gonna dive right in here. I got a busy, positive, productive day. Lots of work I want to get done this morning before my team gets here, and then it's team training day. I love those because on the days that I'm training my team, I know I'm sowing the garden. Prepare to live in power to lead. Make it a great day.